Next week, we're back in Oxford on the 5A service around Cowley next Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Really looking forward to catching up with my next guest, who is Luke Marion, the Managing Director of Oxford Bus Company. Luke, good morning to you.
Morning, Rich.
Look, thanks so much for joining us this morning and taking time out of your day to do this. We're chatting all things Chatty Bus, which is back with a bang in 2025.
Yes, we're back again, Rich, on Chatty Bus. We did one a few months ago on the X32 service, but next week we're back in Oxford on the 5A service around Cowley next Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And we're working with Restore to try and get conversations going about mental health and help people who might be struggling with loneliness, mental health, or who just want a friendly chat.
So just paint a picture, because it's a wonderful name to start with. There are, of course, seats available on the Chatty Bus. Just explain a little bit of a picture about what goes on, what happens, and what people can expect.
Well, when we do Chatty Bus, what we do now, when we started, we used to kind of put on special buses and ask people to get on special buses. But we found actually that was a little bit contrived, to be honest, a little bit forced. And what people wanted to do really was, the best way it worked was to basically make Chatty Bus part of somebody's normal journey. So what we do is we advertise certain trips that we're going to be travelling on, and our Chatty Bus volunteers go out and about on those journeys. As people board the bus, they can basically pick up a sticker to say whether or not they're up for chatting. If they're not up for chatting, that's fine. But if they are, then our Chatty Bus volunteers will engage with them in conversation. We've got some people from Restore and some people from our own business who are part of the volunteers. And actually, this time the benefit is anyone who engages in a conversation with our volunteers will get about a £5 drinks voucher to use at the Restore Garden Café in Mansell Way as well. So really, they can talk about anything with our volunteers. They will have conversation starters and games and things that available to kind of get the conversation going. But if people have got something they really want to talk about and get off their chest, that's fine as well. It's really up to them. So all we do is we just publish the journeys that they're going to be travelling on our website, and anyone who wants to get involved can just have a look on there and travel and board those journeys as they would any other bus.
Sometimes the simplest things are quite literally the best things, and certainly revolving around bus travel as well, and people riding on buses. It may be the only chance to kind of see people, to get out and to have a close-knit opportunity to be with people, to have a conversation. I am sort of pigeonholing a little bit, thinking of people who might be lonely at home, people who don't have a family and support network around them. Doing day-to-day things, people's opportunity to be sociable. So bus travel and having someone who can just sit there and go, "Hi, how are you?" is actually one of the most important conversations of the day, of the week, of the year.
Yeah, absolutely, Rich, and I think we are more and more isolated in our lives these days, particularly with delivery services and streaming services and all these working from home and all these things. It can get really hard to make social connections. I don't want to pigeonhole or stereotype anyone either, but the research has shown that actually bus travel can be a really good connector in that way. People can find connection in bus travel, and a lot of people do say that those conversations with bus drivers or with other passengers really do, or people at the stop really do bring colour to their lives. And we've got quite a number of examples that we know in our business of people who've met significant others from travelling on the bus. They've made friendships for life, or they've met people and then developed a shared interest that they didn't maybe have before. So certainly bus travel can be really, really good from that point of view. And but sometimes people do need a bit of a helping hand to engage. And certainly since the pandemic, we have found that the Chatty Bus has really come into its own a lot more. More people have engaged with us. And that's kind of why we're trying to run it more often, because people sometimes do need that little helping hand to get started and to feel confident in doing so. And open up all those connections that bus travel can bring to them.
No, absolutely, and great to see that this year there is, as mentioned already, we've had one already, which has been wonderful. One coming up, of course, with Mental Health Awareness Week next week, of course, which is great, and then one planned for later on in the year as well, which just, I guess, kind of shows exactly what you've been talking about, that there is a need for it, a want for it, and it's an important thing to do.
Yeah, we're trying to run it in different locations, to be honest, Rich. That's what we tried to do. So last year we did one on the 280 service out towards Tame. So we've done the X32 to Didcot this year so far. We've previously done the 46 up to Great Milton as well. But yeah, we're doing sort of back more in our heartland this time of the 5A service to Cowley and Mintery Farm. And really that works really well with Restore, because we've worked with Restore for a number of years. Obviously, they're really do really good work in mental health and community rehabilitation, that kind of stuff. They were a previous winner of our Brand the Bus competition that we do with Get Radio, and I had a branded bus for a couple of years running around. But yeah, this is the first time we've done something like encouraging people to get a free voucher and go to a cafe and do all of that. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, and what if Restore are seeing good benefits from it as well. We've worked with people like Age UK in the past, so we do try and rotate around the charities in the areas where we do it, just to try and make sure that we reach the maximum number of people and we get the benefit out there as wide as we can. The next one we're going to do later in the year, we're going to be doing one on one of our carousel bus routes down in High Wycombe for the first time, to see how that goes down there. So yeah, it is something we try and flex around rather than kind of repeating the same routes and talking to the same people. We have over 100,000 people traveling with us every day across our network, so it's important to try and get out and meet as many of those as we can and spread the love.
And just sort of like a more of an extension, sort of away from the Chatty Bus, Oxford Bus Company and associates as well, working with the Oxfordshire community and a number of charities, which I know you do. It must be vitally important to have that connection, to have that kind of conversation, to have that bridge and gap between everyone, because I know you work at that quite a lot. And it's really important and really shows it, and it must be a great sort of company value to go, actually, yeah, this is important, this needs to be done, instead of turning a blind eye potentially.
Oh, 100%, Rich. I mean, bus travel is absolutely all about that. It is all about the people, and what we do is we take people to and from things that are important in their lives, and we are a connector in many ways in what we do, physically, and I think if we can be a connector, emotionally as well with the work we're doing with Chatty Bus, that really just adds to the services we provide. So absolutely, what we do is out there in the real world. It's people's lives. It's delivering people to people they love or to things they want to do. And the more of that we can do, and the more personal we can make that, then all the better, really, Rich. Absolutely.
Absolutely, definitely, and doing great stuff. I'm sure everyone will be on the lookout on May the 14th for the next Chatty Bus going around. But for now, and it's been really great catching up with you as always, Luke. Luke Marion there, the Manager Director of Oxford Bus Company. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Cheers, Rich.